there. You can go there. And you.
Excuse me, sir. Oh, I just flung chocolate at you. It's so chocolatey. Oh my god. Excuse me, sir.
Alright, no rush on this over your head here.
So, I'm sitting here watching Forensic Files. What else would I be doing? And I got a phone call on my phone from the Navy. Now, I don't know anything about the Navy, except nothing. I know my grandparents on my mom's side were in the Navy, I think in the 50s, and they never told me, like, what they did. I guess stereotypically they on a ship floating on the ocean. I don't know. And maybe, like Popeye, but Popeye didn't really give an example of what the Navy do. He just chased around Olive Oyl and beat up Bruno and owned restaurants and didn't really talk and ate spinach. Unless that's what the Navy is. Maybe. But they called, and he was nice. And he goes, hey, is this Bethany? I went, yeah, this is Bethany. And when I first got to Job Corps, I did a test. I think I talked about it. I think on day 11, I remember that. No, it was day 9. Day 9, I talk about doing a knowledge test called the ASVAB. And I was so, confused of why I did it, and they never told me why. Well, apparently the ASVAB test put you in a category depending on the scores you get and different, I guess, ranks of military in general, get all these numbers. And if you get a certain number, they call. So, 9 months later, I get a phone call from the Navy saying that we saw your score, and I think I got like a 32. And they said that, no, we like your score, do you want to join the Navy? And as I said, I don't know what the Navy is. I mean, I already wanted to join the Army, but I backed out just because of how irrational that idea was. And I don't know what the Navy is. I don't know if they fight, so I'm just listening to him talk, and he goes, do you want to meet? And I'm like, meet and talk about it, and I'm trying to, he was a sweet guy. I'm like, well, I've always wanted to know about the Navy, and he goes, well, I'm in the Spokane Valley, and, I was kind of hoping that he wasn't, because I don't want to drive down the Spokane Valley. So I'm like, yeah, well, I'm going to be kind of busy, which is true. I mean, I'm leaving on, Saturday, so I don't want to, change all my future plans, to drive down the Spokane Valley. And he goes, well, I'll just ask you some questions instead of you driving down. I'm like, okay, all right. And he starts asking, do you have any, health issues? And I went, oh boy, I'll tell him some health issues, because he's not going to like it, but he keeps talking and talking and talking about how I should join, how I should just, go down to headquarters and just, do it. I'm in college. I'm not going to drop college to join the Navy. That's not my dream. So I cut him off kind of, and I said, well, my health issues are, I have a bad knee, I have 2 fractured ribs, I have ADHD, and I have bronchial spasms caused by anxiety. And what's a great place to get anxiety? In warfare. And he pauses and he goes, well, it's nice talking to you. Have a nice day. And went, well, I guess that means I'm not qualified. So, that was interesting. I mean, do I look like... I mean, do I look like I should belong in the Navy? I feel like I should be one of the women show up and try to hook up with 500 of them. Like Olive Oil and all the Popeyes. Except I'm not that skinny and I'm... Well, well, then who's Bruno? Probably my ex-boyfriend. That was mean. That's interesting. The Navy would call me.